Right now, somewhere within arm's reach, your phone is waiting. You already know this. You can feel the pull of it, even as you read these words. A small, quiet itch at the back of your mind, asking you to check, to swipe, to see what you might have missed. You probably think this is a modern problem, a glitch of the digital age, a bad habit you could break if you just had more willpower. But the real answer is far stranger. The reason you cannot stop checking your phone has almost nothing to do with the phone. It has to do with a piece of machinery inside your skull that is roughly 2 million years old. A survival system built for a world that no longer exists. A world where the difference between checking and not checking was the difference between life and death. Let me show you the world your brain still thinks you live in. Picture a grassland, 100,000 years ago. The sun is low. Your ancestor crouches at the edge of a clearing. Around her, the grass moves. Most of the time, it is only the wind. But sometimes it is not the wind. Sometimes it is a predator. Sometimes it is a rival. Sometimes it is food walking past. Food that will feed her children if she notices it in time. So her brain learned a simple rule. Check, check again. Never assume the world is safe. The ancestors who ignored the moving grass did not become your ancestors. They became someone's meal. The ones who survived were the ones who could not relax. The ones who felt that itch. You are the descendant of the warriors, the scanners, the ones who looked. That itch you feel toward your phone is the same itch. Your brain has not updated. It does not know the grass has been replaced by a glowing rectangle. It only knows that information might be out there, and that missing it could be dangerous. But why does it feel so good to check? Why does that one notification light up something deep inside you? For that, you have to understand a chemical. Its name is dopamine. Most people think dopamine is the pleasure chemical, the reward you get when something good happens. That is not quite right. The neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz spent years studying dopamine in the brain, and what he found changed everything. Dopamine does not fire when you get the reward. It fires before. It is the chemical of anticipation, the chemical of maybe. Schultz discovered something even stranger. When a reward was perfectly predictable, dopamine barely responded at all. The brain only flooded with dopamine when the reward was uncertain, when you did not know whether it was coming or not. Sit with that for a moment. Your brain is not chasing the reward. It is chasing the not knowing. And now think about what a phone actually is. Every time you pull it from your pocket, you do not know what you will find. Maybe nothing. Maybe a message from someone you love. Maybe good news. Maybe nothing again. Maybe something thrilling. The reward is random, unpredictable, a slot machine in your hand. That is not an accident. That is the design. In the early 20th century, a psychologist named B.F. Skinner placed animals in boxes with levers. When the lever gave food every single time, the animals pressed it calmly, only when hungry. But when Skinner made the reward random, when pressing the lever paid off only sometimes, the animals pressed it again and again and again, far past the point of hunger. They could not stop. He called this a variable reward schedule. It is the most powerful way to drive a behavior that science has ever found. Your phone runs on the exact same principle. Pull to refresh, swipe for the next video, check for the new message. Each pull is a press of the lever. Each refresh is a roll of the dice. And the maybe keeps you coming back. So you have an ancient brain that is terrified of missing information. And you have a machine engineered to deliver information at random. Put those two things together and you do not get a bad habit. You get a perfect trap. But the trap goes deeper still. Think about what most of those notifications actually are. They are not predators. They are not food. They are other people. A like, a comment, a reply, a name appearing on your screen. To your ancient brain, this is not trivial. This is everything. For almost the entire history of your species, you survived in small groups. 40 people, maybe 60. There were no police, no hospitals, no supermarkets. If your group cast you out, you died. Not metaphorically. You died. Alone, you could not hunt enough, defend yourself enough, survive the night. The single greatest danger to an early human was not the lion. It was being excluded by the tribe. So your brain developed a desperate, constant hunger to know where you stand with other people. Do they like me? Am I included? Did I say the wrong thing? Am I still part of the group? The psychologist Matthew Lieberman, who studies the social brain, found something remarkable. When people are socially rejected, the brain lights up in the same regions that process physical pain. To your brain, being left out does not feel like an inconvenience. It feels like an injury. Now look at your phone again. Every notification is a tiny report from your tribe. Someone acknowledged you. Someone responded. Someone, somewhere, is thinking about you. And when the screen is silent, an old, primal fear stirs. The fear of being forgotten. The fear of the group moving on without you. You are not addicted to a device. You are starving for belonging, the way your ancestors were. And the device promises to feed you, one crumb at a time. This is why putting the phone down feels so hard. It is not weakness. You are fighting 2 million years of evolution with a few minutes of intention. Of course it is hard. The wonder is not that you check too often. The wonder is that you ever manage to stop at all. But here is the twist. The thing your brain is so afraid of missing, it almost never comes. Think about the last 100 times you checked your phone. How many of them actually mattered? How many changed your life or even your day? A handful, maybe. The rest were noise. The moving grass that turned out to be the wind, over and over and over again. Your ancestor on the grassland paid a small price for checking the grass. A few seconds of attention, a glance. But you pay a different price. The average person now checks their phone over 100 times a day. Researchers studying attention have found that after each interruption, it can take many minutes to return to deep focus. So the cost is not a few seconds. The cost is your concentration, your stillness, your ability to be fully present in a single moment without reaching for the next one. Your brain evolved to scan for rare, vital information in a quiet world. It was a brilliant strategy. But it was built for scarcity, a world where information was precious and hard to find. You now live in the opposite world, a world drowning in information, where most of it means nothing, and the scanning never stops because the grass never stops moving. The system that once kept you alive is now quietly eating your life. So what do you do with this? You cannot delete 2 million years of evolution. The itch will not go away. But you can do something. Your ancestors never could. You can understand it. You can recognize the pull for what it is. Not a real emergency. Not the tribe leaving you behind. Not a predator in the grass. Just an old alarm ringing in a world it no longer understands. The next time you feel that itch, the urge to check for no reason at all, pause, just for a breath, and notice it. That feeling is not you. It is a ghost. The echo of an ancestor who survived because she could not relax. You can thank her. And then you can choose, in a way she never could, to let the grass move without you. Because the truth is, the most radical thing you can do with a 2 million-year-old brain is the one thing it was never built to do. Nothing. To sit still. To let the screen stay dark. To trust that if something truly matters, it will find you. Right now, somewhere within arm's reach, your phone is waiting. And for the first time, you understand exactly why you want to reach for it, and exactly why you don't have to.